I was nervous, I'm not going to deny it. And I asked Aryan a few times, do we really need to have? Because it's any sort of intimacy scene is nerve-wracking for an actor. We were narrated the climax on the day of the shoot.
On the day of the shoot?
Yes.
So you had no idea before then what's going to happen?
No. For months we didn't know. With Aryan, you never know.
Right.
You don't know what's coming. And I saw that from a lot of people's reactions while watching the climax.
Yeah.
So they're just like,
exactly.
What?
That. Yes.
What? It was gutsy. It was very brave on his part to make something like this.
Myths that I want to bust is, people are saying this about you.
Oh, that I'm Pooja Dadlani's daughter.
I
went with it. I went with it. You feel scared because very often you've not had work. So you've gone through that period of ki kaam nahi hai, I don't know where I'm going to get my next from. So in that moment you're not seeking work for validation, you're seeking work for work. Shah Rukh sir knows my name today. So that opportunity, I only want to hug Aryan because of that.
Yeah. Hi, this is Abhimanyu and I am with Anya Singh, aka Asman ki manager from the Bats of Bollywood.
Hello.
Anya, welcome to Hindustan Times. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sorry I have taken off my chappal, so please don't leave any comments about them.
Yeah, we'll be very nice about it. But I have to congratulate you first of all for the success of the Bats of Bollywood. I don't even care what the viewership numbers are. But that's what everyone has been talking about for the last 3-4 days, which sort of shows that people are watching it.
Yes.
There are memes all around. You must have seen like thousands of those.
Yes.
I will ask you, what's the most common or what's the craziest DM you have been getting about the show, about your role?
Honestly, touchwood, it's all been very positive.
Good.
I have had a lot of questions about the LGTV scene. On a whole, I think people have enjoyed the humor, people have laughed. A lot of my friends have called to say that they've seen something this nostalgic after a very long time, and even the humor for them is very nostalgic. So honestly, I don't know how to process any of it. It's just, I'm happy.
You're just happy and you're just sailing through the wave of happiness that there is right now.
Yeah.
You mentioned that scene, and what I love about that particular scene and how you guys handled it, how nonchalantly it was handled.
Yeah.
It was not a big deal. It was just, she's in a club, she's making out. It has to be a person. The joke also was not flippant.
No.
It was very, very carefully written. The response and everything was. How refreshing is it? That in a comedy, you usually assume that because Hindi cinema, comedy has been about punching down for a long time. It's changed now. So now it's very refreshing, right?
I think comedy is a great way to get your point across.
Wonderful, yeah.
Of course, one can say it in the most straightforward manner. But is it absorbed the same way when it comes in a humorous manner? I'm not sure. So I think in a humorous manner, you can touch upon various important, diverse situations. It is absorbed much better by people because you're not hurting anyone.
Right.
And that wasn't the point. We do live in a time where it is nonchalant. I mean, it is a personal choice, and it is a choice to be respected because क्यों नहीं?
हाँ, exactly.
Right?
उसकी choice
so,
है.
Exactly. तो क्यों नहीं? And I like that we're all more open, we're all more accepting, a lot more respectful towards other people's choices, and that's the way it should be, and that's why we've kind of just.
Are you happy with the response to the scene, that nobody is making a big deal out of it? It's not been, and particularly because it's not been shot in a very titillating way, which used to happen for a long time. And were you ever nervous about that when you first read the scene? Because a few actors can get nervous. How will it be presented and how will it be received?
I was nervous. I'm not going to deny it. And I asked Aryan a few times, do we really need to have? Because it's any sort of intimacy scene is nerve-wracking for an actor, right? It's not that you've done it and now you're comfortable with it. It's not like that.
Right.
Every time you do it, there is a sense of nervousness. There is a sense of awkwardness.
Yes.
Because every person you're sort of performing these scenes with, they also come with their own nervousness and like, what is this going to be like? And
Right.
she was not an actor in the sense of,
Right.
she's not done this before on
Right.
screen.
Okay.
So actually, I was very nervous, but when I met her, I was kind of taking care of her because I was like, she was shaking.
Oh God.
So I was just like, you are so nervous. So in that moment, it kind of switched completely. And every set gives you an atmosphere which makes you comfortable whilst performing such scenes. I think that's very important. And only if you feel safe and secure are you able to perform it without thinking. And I think we did a good job.
You did.
From
Like
what we've seen,
like I mentioned.
it looks pretty real. So
it looks pretty real. It looks pretty natural, organic. Every word that I can think of. It didn't feel like, oh, why is it here?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like, if it wasn't here, would something change? But no. But you had heterosexual intimacy scenes very casually shown in films and shows. Why not this one?
Yes.
That's the idea of it. And kudos for you guys for pulling it off.
Thank you.
You mentioned Aryan, and I want to ask, when you first read the climax, when did you read it? Initially, or when you like later on, the climax? Because that's what everyone is talking about.
We didn't read it.
You never read it. You performed it.
We were narrated the climax.
Okay.
On the day of the shoot.
On the day of the shoot.
Yes.
So you had no idea before then what's going to happen.
No. For months we didn't know.
Do you think Aryan was pranking you when you?
No, I think he was enjoying himself. He's like, I'll tell you when I need to tell you.
Right.
No, so no one read the climax. I do know, I think Bobby sir and Mona ma'am had read the climax.
Of course.
Maybe even Manoj sir had read it, but the rest of us had not read it. And we were all kind of taken into Shah Rukh sir's van. And we were like, what are we shooting? What is the... like, all of us are guessing and trying to put things together. And with Aryan, you never know. You don't know what's coming. And I saw that from a lot of people's reactions while watching the climax.
Yeah.
So they're just like...
Exactly.
What?
That. Yes.
What? And I think that's exactly what he was going for. So that was our reaction, to be honest. We were just... we took our time to absorb what... we were just like... Really?
Really? Are we going there?
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
But I think he really enjoyed narrating the climax to us because he's
I am 99% sure if Aryan could, he would be a fly on the wall in every room in India which has watched it and watched every person's expressions.
Yeah.
Because that is what giving him joy right now. That people's reactions to it. And it's so funny that he has managed to stamp his style in such a... in his first project.
Yes.
That people now know. There are memes that, oh, with Aryan Khan this was expected. I'm like, it's his first project, guys. But that he has a signature so quickly.
You don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, which is very strange because whenever he's on camera,
you know he's not going to do.
He's not doing anything. You guys try to make him laugh at the screening, Bobby sir, you and everyone. Yeah. He just probably a hint of a smile here, but doesn't happen. What is it like on set? Same, or is he like funny?
He is so much fun. He is fun, he is funny, he is intelligent, he is wise, he is observant, he is passionate, he is... You know, and I want to say this because obviously people will think, oh, all his actors are only praising and saying good things and it's... But he genuinely is so deserving of whatever we say about him. He's this young guy who had a vision, stuck by his vision. It was gutsy. It was very brave on his part to make something like this. You know, he knew that there would be conversation, there would be questions, there would be chatter. But he at no point questioned his own vision. And I have a lot of respect for that.
That conviction.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for how he has stood by his own thoughts through and through and how he has executed them. One is to have them on paper.
Right, of course.
And the other is to see that you have been able to execute it in a fashion which is done a lot of justice to your writing.
To your writing, yeah.
You know? So he's so much fun. He's so warm. He has the wildest sense of humor.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. He really has a wild sense of humor, and he's a great person.
I like it that a lot of people are in disbelief that a first-time filmmaker, 27, 28 years of age, can do this.
Yes.
And a few of the comments such in disbelief, like, nahi, usko help hui hogi, you know. Someone must have ghost directed this and that, and like, give him the credit. He's been working on it for 5 years.
I've read these comments.
Yeah, like 4-5 saal se, because that's what Lakshya also told me last time, that, you know, we were cast later, but he had been working on it for 3 years before that.
Yes.
So it's 5 years of his life into this.
Yes.
How do you want to respond to those comments? So like, nahi, akele nahi kiya hoga, whatever it is. I mean, you've seen it, right?
I feel like people just want an opportunity to bring another person down.
True.
And that's why I say he is so deserving of everything everyone's saying about him in the good sense, because he's worked so hard on this project. He has from 7 in the morning when we came onto set to like 11 p.m. his energy just never dropped. It never dropped. You never saw him sigh. You never saw him be like, oh, come on. It was just always smiling. Come on, we'll do one more take. Let's do it this way. Just always present and so focused. And why he is deserving of all this is because, one, he has created it himself. It is all his brainchild.
Right.
2, nothing was taken for granted. Nothing
That's
provided to him was taken for granted. And everything was done with a lot of respect and a lot of love. And really kudos to him for making this set so enjoyable, where everyone, it was a big party.
Right.
It was just a big party where everyone enjoyed coming onto set and performing and cracking jokes. And, as a director also, he gave you the freedom to experiment. It was not that I've created this, I've written it, so it has to be done this way.
Yeah.
It was very collaborative. It was, acha, haan, okay, this makes sense. Or, if you've added this, it was all allowed.
Very receptive to that.
Very receptive, and to have that liberty as an actor and to not hesitate while performing is
very freeing. Right?
It allows you to do so much more, which is why I feel like people have also laughed, because the comedy is
very instinctive.
It's very instinctive. It's very on the spot. So comedy is not only in the line that's said. Comedy is in the reaction that's brought by your co-actors.
How you say it, how the two actors are reacting to each other. It's very, very, very.
Exactly.
It's chemistry more than it's science, but it's chemistry.
Yeah, it's chemistry. It's less of physics. It's not so calculated.
Yeah.
So, but he would allow that to all of us. And that's very freeing as an actor and a performer.
I'm going to ask you your favorite scene, if you want, from your favorite bit that you performed, or your favorite day on set.
My favorite day on set? I don't have a particular day.
Like you said, it's a party.
It was a party, and it was very young. The set was full of very young energy. So, and what I admire a lot, another thing that I admire a lot about Aryan is that he has kept his friends very close to him. So his co-writer is a childhood friend of his. The DA on set was a college friend of his. Wow. Ujjwal, who's helped with the music, is a college friend of his. So to keep your people close and also entrust them in your first project, it's a big deal, It's a really big deal, because you yourself are so nervous.
Exactly.
And you think that he'd be padded with the...
Exactly. Anybody would surround like the biggest and the most accomplished people that if I make a mistake, they can catch it. But it's like, no, I need my vision.
And I need my people. And he's stuck by that. And that, again, I have a lot of respect for.
I want to draw your attention to something, is that if you've been on, social media, you are viral, by the way. Not just the show, but you as well. But I
don't understand that. How do you go viral?
Yeah. This is get used to it. Oh. But one of the myths that I want to bust is people are saying this about you.
Oh, that I'm Pooja Dadlani's daughter. I went with it. I went with it. Our show is all about myths. So why burst all of them?
And I was like, sure, go ahead with it. But was it surprising initially that where are these stories coming from?
It was. But I think people misunderstood when Shah Rukh sir compared me to Pooja. And it was somewhere the translation was thoda sa
missed.
Thoda sa, yeah, there was a hitchki over there, but I never denied it. I went ahead with it. In fact, when I met Pooja at the screening, I said, listen, people will think I'm your daughter, and both of us just laughed about it. Neither of us were affected.
Just to put it there, she's neither confirming nor denying it. So yeah, we'll just leave it there.
But my mother's Ruhi, just so that everyone knows, and my mother doesn't feel bad.
How do your mom take it, by the way?
She would have laughed only, I think. I don't think my mother's even paid attention.
Paid attention to this, yeah.
I didn't let it go beyond me.
Good.
I was like,
good.
I'll keep it away from the family.
But how's it coming from, from Delhi to this city several years ago? You did so many projects and you were noticed. And now people like to believe it's overnight success. What they don't see is the amount of effort that has gone to get to this overnight.
Yes.
Do you feel any validation, or do you just see this as another step in your journey?
I do see this as validation. I don't know if I seek validation.
Right, okay. Fair enough.
Because, and Laksh said this in a few interviews, and he said, when we've all had our journeys within the cast, and you feel scared because very often you've not had work. So you've gone through that period of ki kaam nahi hai, I don't know where I'm going to get my next from. So in that moment, you're not seeking work for validation. You're seeking work for work.
Right.
Because you're looking to do what you enjoy doing, and you're hoping to do that. So at that point, you're not like, acha, if I do this project, mujhe isse na ye validation milegi. No, you're just like, I want to be on a set. Right. I want to perform. I want to work with good people, and अभी तक I can only hope for that. उसके साथ अगर ये validation मिल जाती है, तो
that's like a cherry on top.
Yeah. That's God's gift provided. Right. But I don't think any of us were seeking that validation while seeking to do such projects. That's the only difference. So strangely during the pandemic, actually I touch wood, I had work. But I have been in a position where I've not had work. I have been in a position where I've questioned and felt hopeless. But that is the test this profession puts you through, time and again, I feel. And I've spoken to senior actors also, and it's not a today thing. It's just, it happens in phases, in periods, and you just mentally have to be very resilient. Yeah. Because it's not ki acha aaj kaam nahi hai to I won't go train, or I'll just eat rubbish. It's through that period what you do with yourself, and actually Bobby sir is a great example. He's a very good example. In fact, the one thing that he kept telling all of us is that discipline is key in this profession, and discipline is the only thing that will get you by. And look at how good he is looking. So that is something that I've imbibed from him. But it's hard, yeah. Why should I lie? Of course it's hard.
Of course it is.
It's hard for any human, and at the end of the day, there are limited emotions every human faces, and we all go through it here and there.
A message you want to give to that you which was at the lowest at that time from right now?
Well done. Well done.
That's
really,
it's
because not easy.
If she hadn't persevered, you wouldn't be here
it's
right
not
now.
Easy, and another thing is, this is a very lonely journey.
Yes.
It's not a saath mein chalte hain. No, it's you, and it's mostly just you, because most of the people, and most of the time, people who are not from this profession, and my family, my friends are not from this profession. They don't know. They can't. It's too far for them to understand what one is going through. So it's you picking yourself up, and I guess that in itself is a great lesson, because at the end of the day, only you can pick yourself up.
Was there any sort of well-intentioned advice from family, extended family, friends, ki nahi ho raha to you can come back, you can do something else? Because it can come out of concern.
Of course.
It's not like it's something to hurt you, but it's like, beta nahi ho raha to wapas aa jao. Was that ever told to you, or no, they were behind you all the time?
So, It took my mother very long to accept that this is what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So after every project, she'd be like, "Acha, now you've done. Now what you want to do? Now you can come home. Acha, now you've done. Na this other part. Now you can." And I said, "No, this is not a hobby, Mama. it's something I want to do. It's something I enjoy doing." So I think it took her very long to accept ki my daughter wants to be an actor.
Was it after a particular project or in general?
In general.
In general.
In general, she would just keep saying this. Ki acha now. For her, it was like.
कर तो लिया.
No, for her, it was like, you wanted to do that thing, अब हो गया है, अब वो लत चली गई है. You know? It's like that one thing you wanted to do. Yeah, you've tick marked it. Now you can come home. And I was like, no, it was.
This was never the deal. It was always supposed to be, this is life.
For me, it was.
Yeah.
But I don't think I didn't know how to convince her at that point.
Right.
So I said, जाने दो पहले, let me try it and then let's see. Now what do I convince her with at this point?
Exactly. It's difficult to convince, like what, there's no reference.
There's no
surety.
There's no surety. I'd never acted before.
Right.
I was just like, my mother's just going to be like, but from where?
But then how did this acting happen to you? Like how did you end up in Mumbai without any background and without, like, कहीं से तो कीड़ा आया होगा ना वो?
Dance से. I loved is wrong.
Performing.
I love Hindi music. I love dance. I have still not got into dance, but I love it. And in school, I used to, I'm a trained Odissi dancer.
Oh, wonderful.
And I went to boarding school. So we used to do a lot of dance performances. And I think that's the time I learned that I love to perform. But stage performance and camera performance are two very different. Yeah. But वो तो आके ही समझ आया. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's very intrusive almost camera performance because on stage when the lights hit you,
the
audience vanishes and you're in your own dream and suddenly the camera is here and you're like, ऐसे act करना है मुझे.
Yeah. And हर little मतलब सब वो notice करती है camera. Everything.
You can't lie to the camera.
Can't lie to the camera.
Your journey has been interesting and winding up, and I'm just going to say that it's been very interesting because our industry, and particularly my industry as well, because they're affiliated, they try to bracket actors in lead role, supporting role, cameo, ye, wo. Jabki I don't see that. But just to put it that, you started with what was traditionally called a lead role. And you did that. Then you did some parts which may have been smaller but had impact. Was that ever a fear of being relegated to supporting, or was that not on your mind ever at all?
I think if it was a fear, I would not have done it.
Fair enough.
And I say it in the truest sense that I, as a performer, like to challenge myself. I want to work with certain people, and it doesn't matter to me if that is just a 2-scene thing or a full-fledged part. I'm here. Like I said, I've been in a position where I didn't have work.
Right.
Today I'm working with like the top. How many people can say that they have met Shah Rukh Khan and had a conversation with them? So had I calculated everything so much, I probably would not be in this position. So life is life and it takes you forward. I like to grab onto opportunities. That's about it.
To end it, are you a little mad at Aryan that you didn't get to share screen with Shah Rukh Khan? Lakshya did. He got a nice moment on stage.
Lakshya is the only one, so I can't be mad at him. He's given me the opportunity to sit and Shah Rukh sir knows my name today. So that opportunity, I only want to hug Aryan because of that.
Yeah, that's pretty much enough. Yeah. And we still have season 2, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so
fingers crossed.
Sanya can always manage Shah Rukh Khan if not Ranbir
Kapoor.
Yes,
why not? Why not?
I mean, Pooja is there, but
Pooja will always be there. I'm only playing the part. That's fine. I would never take that. And now I'm Pooja's daughter also,
of course,
so it doesn't matter. It's in the family.
It's in the family, right?
In the family.
But thank you for this, Anya, and take care. For wonderful chatting with you.
Thank you so much.
I hope that we get to chat like this for the success of your projects forever and ever and ever.
Yes. Thank you so much. I hope for the same.
Take care.
Thank you.